Let's not lose sight of what's exactly happening with the Birla Group of counters, because they have actually seen a massive re-rating of sorts when it talk about, be it Aditya Birla Capital, be it even AB Money, or for the matter of fact ABFRL, Vodafone Idea. How can you lose sight of that one? Grasim, Hindalco, all of them have been in focus. But what exactly is happening in Birla Group? Why such a re-rating? Why such a renewed vigor coming in that group counters? I have Ajaya Sharma, who tracks the entire group very closely, to talk about this. And Ajay, yes, it's actually, you have to rub your eyes to see what exactly happened over the last 1 month. Spectacular gains, but this is not only 1 month story.
So I'll tell you what, guys, so it may have got into focus in the last 1 week or month. Yeah. But actually, I'll take the clock back, and if you remember, about 6 months back, Mr. Birla gave out a speech saying that India is now going to witness a Capex Mahakumbh. That kind of commentary came in. I took up and took notice of that commentary, because Mr. Birla kind of in the last 6 months to 1 year you're seeing a very vocal Mr. Birla. Right. And the group seemed to have gotten massively aggressive. Then you talk about novelist IPO plans coming in. The speech which was given, in fact, almost guidance of 10,000 crore revenue in a profitable position when Paints division was being launched in Grasim, all the way somewhere in Punjab. Yeah. Every time you see some commentary coming in, recently the way they want to add consumers in their AB Capital business, which is along with Vishakha Mule. So all the businesses have got some kind of a mojo back. There are very specific plans for cement. Just yesterday, just 2 days back, there was a press release, which 185 metric ton kind of targets being set. So there is, and market is taking notice of this. Market is very smart, right? They are way ahead of everybody else. They exactly know that this group leadership has got, massive focus back. There's a lot of fresh, renewed vigor, as you just said. All the businesses are firing, and guess what? Valuations are not very steep. If you compare ABFRL to Trent, you'll find massive valuation difference. You see cement business, they are the biggest, cement players. And guess what? Data shows that cement prices in India have not gone up for over 10 years. Inflation everywhere is there, but cement prices are because of overcapacities. So all the businesses are kind of very fair value, AB Capital inclusive. And now market is taking notice of that, and then the trigger point of turning around of Vodafone. Exactly. People almost wrote it off. Yes. So when that capital raising happened, people just latched onto it, and this now people are taking notice of that and finding investing opportunities there. So that is what the big re-rating of Vodafone, not only Vodafone, but the entire group.
Exactly, re-rating of sorts. And also you've also forgot to touch upon the fact that Mr. Birla and also the entire group entities, while they launched the paint business, also spoke about the fact that they want to get into retail jewelry business as well.
Yeah, I mean, well, retail jewelry, there's only Big Dada or Titan out there. So, retail jewelry, very good, you reminded on that. What is happening is that this group now wants to go in B2C, or actually go deeper into B2C. Paints is a consumer business. Jewelry is a consumer business. The commentary in AB Capital on going dealer, from a wholesale lender to retail lender, consumer business. And then, of course, we know ABFRL is a consumer business. So the tilt is now from B2B going towards B2C. That's a very valid point.
All right. And also the fact that what has happened with Vodafone Idea as well, right? We've been like hearing the fundraise. And now it's happened, and what sort of an oversubscription number actually coming in for Vodafone Idea?
18,000 crore FPO, India's largest so far. Overall subscribed 7 times or 6 times is no mean feat. You're talking about 1.5 lakh crore demand coming in. So from completely untouchable to most loved, that's the kind of swing which happened in change of sentiment. And well, there are reasons also. There is a impending tariff hike coming in. There is big growth capex. In fact, the management told us clearly how this money will be utilized for growth. And people are now of the view that even the government perhaps wants 3 to 4 player market, not a 2-player market. And that is not good for the country and not for the consumers. And that is why perhaps, so clearly everything coming together for them.
Absolutely, everything coming together for the Birla group of entities, and a lot of them are touting that this is just the start of the re-rating for the dominance or consolidation coming in.
The recent reports clearly seem to be suggesting it's a start.
And all of these brokerages are going ahead and re-rating.
Yes.
Case in point being ABFRL, a lot of these brokerages have come. Macquarie has upgraded AB Capital as well, and we
Yes.
have seen great moves on that counter.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, in fact, Nuvama also put out a report this morning on telecom. So all the businesses are witnessing upgrades and reports coming.
And it's not only Birla Group of companies, but all thanks to Birla Group of companies, even Indus Tower's got an upgrade coming in from CLSA.
The telecom sector is in a buzz.
Exactly. So thank you so much, Ajay, for putting into context what's exactly happening with the Birla Group of counters, the consolidation that is happening there, and also the commentary coming in from each of the companies. It's nothing short of actually being astonished with the fact that the re-rating the companies have seen. AB Money is locked in upper circuit once again today. You have Aditya Birla Capital that's seen a good up move, not just on a daily basis, but over a course of at least 6 months or so. If you see, these counters have performed well. But what should you do? Which is that Birla Group of companies that you should actually lay your bet on? Let's bring on board our experts today. We have Foram Chheda joining us on the technicals, while on the fundamentals, we have Lancelot Dcunha joining us. Very good morning to you, Lancelot and Foram. Thank you so much for joining us on Buy Now, Sell Now. And yes, you did hear that commentary coming in from Ajay actually to tell us what's exactly happening with the Birla Group of counters, Lancelot. And exactly like he said, it's not just a 1 month or a 2 month story. This has been building up for the last 6 to 7 months, where you also had them talk about capacity expansion coming in for the cement player of cement companies, or Novelis IPO, launching the paint business finally, and also what is exactly happening with AB Capital domain of the business as well. Which of the companies in the Birla Group of counters are you liking right now? And also, is Vodafone now making to your list?
So I think, Ultratech, Michelle, is one of the companies that has been in my list for a while. It is one of the most efficient manufacturers of cement with the lowest cost of production per ton. And given that they have been steadily increasing their capacities, even though there is a overcapacity, you've not seen any major price deterioration despite the increased competition in the space. So I think that is, and India is in a long-term, growth story as far as cement is concerned, because of the kind of build-out that we are going to see over the next 5 to 6 years on the infrastructure side, as well as, real estate has again started to pick up. So that will again further boost the demand for cement. So I would look at, this as definitely a opportunity to, buy in, and if there are any declines, to accumulate the stock for a long-term, great run. The other space that is looking very interesting in terms of valuations is their financial services space. That is the Aditya Birla Capital and Aditya Birla Money. Now, here what has happened is there was this overhang that there may be a potential, movement of money in order to support Vodafone or support the investment in Vodafone. And given that now you are seeing Vodafone have ability to raise money on its own, that overhang is now out of the reckoning as far as the valuations are concerned. And that is giving a good boost to the re-rating of the stock. As far as the underlying businesses are concerned, all the businesses are growing well. In Aditya Birla Capital, they have the life insurance business, you've got the financial services business and the asset management business. All these three businesses have been growing, and given the economic growth that we are going to see over the next couple of years, you will see significant upside even on these companies, because the valuations as compared to the other companies had really become relatively cheaper, much cheaper than the others. So this is an opportunity where you will see, if one looks at investment over the next 2 to 3 years, one can get significant returns from these two stocks.
All right, those are the top recommendations coming in from Lancelot. But Foram, coming to you, hi, very good morning, and thank you so much for your time. A lot of these technical experts have been tracking majorly the AB group of counters, be it AB Capital, ABFRL, all of these showing breakouts. But at this point in time, when we are seeing the whole group performing so very well, fundamentally, a lot of these things are changing now. So which stocks does stand out for you? Other than that, if we not just have to take a technical bet for the short term, but for the long term, any big targets that you have on any of the counters from the group?
Well, hi, good morning, and thank you for having me on the show. Well, as you rightly made a mention, the entire group is performing very well. Even on the technical grounds, a lot of short-term trading ideas have been recommended by a lot of analysts, and in fact, it's trending very well. I have shortlisted from my end is Grasim Industries. Overall, the stock has been doing well. If we look at the past 6 months also, I think in November, the stock price was closer to a level of around 2000, 2100, and it was in a consolidation for the next 3 months in a range between 2035 to around 2170. It was in this range, and finally, we saw a good breakout in the month of February, and the stock price saw a good rally, and this consistent rally went up to 2300 levels, where currently the stock price is. So we've seen a very good rally, almost 17% up from the lows of around 2035 levels. Even if you consider it from the breakout level of around 2170, it is almost like a 9 to 10% gain. So overall, the stock is trending up well and with decent returns, and it's been consistent and gradual. So I'm picking up technically this stock, and currently, yesterday also we saw a very good rally of almost stock price was up by 3.5 to 4%, and today it is marginally up in the green by closer to around 0.25%. But I would suggest that if the stock price is retracing back again to a bit of a breakout level, that is closer to a level of around 2300 to 2200, 2300 to 2320 levels, that becomes a buying zone. As far as the volumes are concerned, there is a tremendous increase in volume. So overall, it is supporting the bullishness. And even the RSI, like an indicator, is very much in sync. It's not indicating any negative divergence. So overall, I'm bullish and I'm looking for a higher target of closer to around 2700.
All right, so that is Grasim actually that is making to Forum's list.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.